Welcome to another political cadence for 3/8/26. And we are privileged to have the mastermind behind our intro video with us today. That's Rob Wilds, Roberto, and also Max Payne, who's a member of the Antisocial Network with us here. Max, why don't you make the announcement of this, the exciting announcement of the new show that's coming up
Yeah, so
on
I,
the
I
network?
years ago I had a friend I was working with, and I created this. Actually, I created this fictional fucking place years and years ago called the Pain Lair, and I did a lot of things from the Pain Lair, for years, and I've always wanted to do a show. I did a brief stint with this show, and just moved and lost it and quit doing it. And now, because of the amazing Rob Wilds, we are going to, he's been very supportive, and we're going to bring back the Pain Lair. And this time, my co host is going to be none other than the incredible mind of Rip Rogers. So I've got one more medical procedure and one more climb to the top of Mount Everest. And after I get healed up by the end of March, we're going to kick off the Pain Lair.
Nice.
Great.
Sounds like a rip-roaring good time.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. I really appreciate that. And I'm sure
Sure.
Rob does too, because he's the graphics man and his graphics are incredible. And I can't wait to get started on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, you all will be invited as guests on the Pain Lair eventually as well. So I look forward to having you on the show, on my show. So that will be fun.
Max,
Yeah,
are you
great.
saying everybody's going to be invited, even A.A. Ron himself?
Well, for a guy who's sitting in the position he's sitting in right now, you gotta love
scared
it.
him off.
So, huh?
I scared him off.
Yes, you would. God damn it, Rob!
I'm
hope you
trying to
didn't drive
help.
over.
That's all.
You're so mean sometimes. You scare everybody.
But I love A.A. Ron. He's a cutie pie.
Yes, he is. Yeah, of course, everybody will be invited because as you know, that is part of the dilemma of any show is constantly finding new guests and new themes and things to talk about. So you never want to rule out anybody that's a potential guest, especially if they're good guests. And all the folks, I don't know Will yet, but I'm going to guess that Will is a lot of fun to talk to. But I know the rest of you, and you all are going to be fun guests. So yeah, absolutely.
Will's got a kick-ass background is what Will's got.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, right. He's the fleet captain.
Yeah, you can definitely count on him for a lot of that Star Wars, Star Trek, rather.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Easy, Will. Don't hurt her. Easy.
Will, just a quick piece of trivia
Will.
for you. Here's something really fun, a story I love to tell. Back in 1994-ish, 95, I had a manager that when I was in the WCW who actually was taking on managing Mick Foley at the time, or wanted to. She was actually courting him, and so she flew us to LA, and we stayed at the Lowe's on Santa Monica, and it was just a great time. And one of the perks we got at the time is she knew a producer on the Paramount lot, and we went to the set of the final episode of Star Trek The Next Gen.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
And I was with Mick Foley and another friend of mine, and I'll never forget. I mean, they had serious security guards there because they were protecting the set, and somehow my other friend and Mick Foley managed to get a picture in the captain's chair. And
Nice.
yeah, it was amazing. So that just forgive me for that little name dropping moment, because it was awesome. Because I'm such a huge Star Trek fan.
Mr.
Well, everybody has their favorite captain.
I'm all about it.
Well,
Can
myself,
I just jump in on something real quick?
I play Star Trek Online, And in Star Trek Online, I'm a Starfleet admiral in command of a Prometheus-class starship, the USS Courageous, and I'm in
Nice.
command of the 22nd Fleet. And what
Nice.
you see
Is that
the
like on a
bridge of the
disc?
Courageous.
Right.
Is that like at a video game console, or how does that work?
It's on PC. It's online.
Oh, okay.
Well, everybody has their favorite captain, but ours is Will. It's not Captain
Well,
Kirk.
actually, I'm an
not
admiral.
Picard. Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
Yeah, but you were a
I'm sorry,
captain once upon a time. Take the win.
I had to work my way through the ranks.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is all great news, but let's dive into the bad news. Let's do our penance.
Okay,
for the
I have to
fortnight,
say
right?
something first.
Okay.
Kristi, Noem got fired. Noem got fired. Yeah. Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
I think we're all kind of
That's right. Fuck
enthusiastic
you,
about
Psycho Barbie. Have a safe
Yeah.
drive. Fuck
No
out of
shit.
here.
Now we get
that.
Mark
That's
Lane
on
Mull.
the itinerary.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
now we
Yeah,
get a
well,
guy
you
who
know.
fancies himself a cage fighter, yet who was hiding like a scared bitch on J6. And I'm not saying that everybody in that building shouldn't have been scared, but Mr. Ooh-rah, I'm a cage fighter badass, he sure was crouching and hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever,
So,
when
fuck.
you know the old adage, "He who protesteth." It never
Yeah.
fails. People who brag about, Rob, you know this. We've talked about this on several occasions. Guys that brag about being a badass, you always when somebody in our business brags about that, you can knock them over with a feather. They
Yeah,
inevitably
they're glass.
they're
Mhm.
pussies. It just no
Yeah, they're
no way around it. And
Mhm.
that's talking shit about the female race, because usually guys like that, even a tough ass female would kick their ass. So
Mhm.
Well, there was that famous showdown he had with the head of the Teamsters in front of Congress, where he actually took off his suit jacket and he was going to throw down. They were like threaten each other like it was a schoolboy, confrontation. He took off his jacket, and his colleague had to grab Mark Wayne and like say, "Hey, you're U.S. senators, sit down."
That was Bernie
Oh yeah,
Sanders.
Bernie. Yeah.
Mhm.
Bernie Grant. Okay.
I'd smack
Go
the
do
shit out of that dude, and then I'd go do my time like a man. But I would
yeah,
punk
right.
him out in front of the press before I went to jail.
Mhm.
Well, he might be
He
worse
did
than
it.
Noem, right?
Mhm. We'll see.
I think Aaron's going through another canyon. But Kristi Noem, she appeared before Congress leading up to Mark Wayne Mullins' appointment. Kristi Noem appeared before Congress, of course, last week, called there to talk about the events in Minnesota and the Department of Homeland Security, which she was the secretary of, and a ton of viral moments kind of came out of it, and none of it was good.
Not for her.
Not for her, for sure. She reiterated. Well, she didn't really reiterate it, but she didn't backtrack on the domestic terrorist label that she had put on Preddy and Good, the two American citizens who were killed in Minnesota during the demonstrations there. And she was put on the spot about things like the plane, the fuck you jet, or the air fuck jet that she and Corey Lewandowski have been using to fly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the bed outfitted with that. She was
Hey
put on
Dan,
the spot for
we're
that.
hi. We're on podcast right now.
Hi, Dan.
I'll call you back. Hello. Say hi. Here.
Right.
Hold on. There's
What's going on?
Aaron's not
Hi,
here right
Dan.
now. Will's here. We're talking to Roberto and Max Payne.
Right. We'll call you back, Dan.
They're both professional wrestlers, but we will call you back.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
The biggest problem that she probably had was when they talked about the $220 million ad campaign that she conducted that shows her riding a horse along the sagebrush in front of Mount Rushmore, very romanticized, but talking about border security. And when she suggested that the president authorized the $220 million of taxpayer money to create that crap,
I'm sorry, $220 million for a
No, it was a
commercial?
series of commercials, right?
So what?
I was wondering why you never saw them. It's because they're in airports. They're in airports.
Okay.
They're mostly
Oh,
in
for
transit
God's
areas.
sakes.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, 215 million of that was paid to her.
yeah, but she
Okay, because
sealed her.
they didn't pay the horse.
This sealed her fate because the president
Yeah.
immediately said, "I did not authorize or know anything about that." Threw her under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to say something about the questions pertaining to conjugal visits with her boyfriend, with her legal husband in attendance. That's their business. Quit slut shaming, because it was a man with a hoe and his wife. It wouldn't
Maybe
be
it's
news.
their business, but they're on this airplane at taxpayer expense.
If she's traveling
Mhm.
in the plane anyway, adding an extra person, so what? I'm sorry. No.
But okay, so like let's take Lisa's point and let's just dig a little bit deeper into that. So
Right.
I kind of agree with what she's saying. Like
So do I.
when Bill Clinton was impeached over getting his dick sucked, like, and that was the biggest buzz of the world is, a guy told a lie about cheating on his wife. But right now we're like, oh no, leave the pedophiles be. Let's keep them hidden. Like, where did this sudden shift of intelligence and morals happen? I was not a fan of Bush one bit, although I'm disgusted to say I did vote for him because I was scared shitless of Kerry. I thought Kerry was absolutely going to get us into it. So I voted for Bush, but and I'm just digging a little bit deeper onto mistakes people have made and what's being happening right now. So, like when they bombed the towers and Bush was in charge, did everybody see the actual video footage of when they told him and his facial reaction, how his body locked up, and the first pump?
He was speaking to kids
At a reading. He was reading to him,
Yep.
And as soon as he got outside in front of the press, he said, "We are going to hunt them down like dogs and we are going to kill them." And then Trump says, "More people are going to die. It's just what happens. More are going to die." And everybody's going like, "Oh yeah, fucking peace through strength." No, dude's trying to start forever war so he can hide the Epstein files, so he can fucking dodge the midterms. He's just a piece of garbage. But going back to Lisa's point, them being on an airplane and fucking about, if they were going somewhere anyway, like if she was going to an engagement, she takes a dude up on the plane to, come on, throw that dick. Yeah, that's really between them. It's not like it's costing us any extra money to put one more body on that plane.
Right. Maybe like $100 extra fuel.
I mean, I don't know. I have a problem with it because of the public money going into the plane and the outfitting it with the the shagadelic bed.
The bedroom.
To me, I got to be honest with you. I'll tell you what pisses me off about it is this is just like what Rob was alluding to. Fucking Newt Gingrich and Starr and those motherfuckers went after a president for getting a blowjob between two consenting adults in the office of the president, and that was nobody's fucking business. And the problem I have with it is what I think of whenever I hear what Trump did sexually, what she did sexually, all I can think of is the hypocrisy of this fucking party that for fucking years claimed to be the moral majority. And now because they got a president who is a self-proclaimed slut and is all over the Epstein files, that somehow they'll look the other way, that their principles have been completely amended to go, oh, yeah, well, that doesn't really count. Look at Bill Clinton. Well, what he did seems to, it doesn't seem to, it pales by comparison to the bullshit of the current administration and the president himself.
Right.
And that's the part I can't stand, and I can't believe how short of a memory the American public has about what we did to Bill Clinton and then turn around and let this guy just completely and utterly do whatever he wants with the hypocrisy of just accepting it and fighting for exactly what Lisa's fighting about. You're right, Lisa, 100%. Except that didn't apply to the Democrats when Bill Clinton was getting his dick sucked in the Oval Office.
When that happened, I was like, I was kind of like, more power to him. But
yeah, have you seen his wife?
Yeah. Well, now, I think that they have a deal. He can cheat on her as long as the bitch is uglier than Hillary.
I got 2 words. I got 2 words for you. Primary colors. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. It explains it all.
Okay.
Read the book.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the movie, Lisa, if you haven't seen that movie, go watch it because it completely and utterly agrees with exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, now when they're talking,
and I'm sorry, but I feel like the only person that has, and I quote, has ownership over their man's penis is their wife. That's it. And if he cheats on me, I'm not going to be pissed at her. I'm pissed at him because he made promises. She never promised me jack shit. So why do I don't care that she,
Well, okay, so the stuff
Primary
about
Colors.
Yeah.
Primary Colors was written anonymously by a member of the Clinton campaign staff.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we have to look into that.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's a great.
watch
It's
that
good. You'll love it.
Okay.
You will love it, Lisa. It's really an amazing movie, and it's one of those things. But you're 100% right. But that's what Primary Colors teaches us about the Clintons. The only thing I'm not objecting. The only way what I'd like to amend is with what you're saying about owning your husband's penis. In that moment, that has to be. No, I know. I'm just saying it this way. As long as you both mutually agree on that. If you both, if you, Lisa, said, you know what, I give you just don't embarrass me.
Right.
Fuck all the women you want to fuck. As long as you come home to me and you come back to our house. I'm just saying this is hypothetically. I'm just saying if you chose that, it's nobody else's fucking business.
And believe me, when I say that Philip is not in any way inclined.
Although I do have to beat him off with a stick. They're like
absolutely.
all over.
Yeah, there's at least
it's a real problem.
There's at least one woman who might be flirting with him at work.
But so the big thing, this is the most titillating part of her testimony last, but it's not the most important. The most important is the fact that she got caught telling a story about telling a story about the commercials, and she possibly committed perjury. If you were to, you got the president saying one thing, you have Noem saying another. One of them is obviously lying. I have a feeling we know who the actual liar in this instance was, but he's not going to take the heat for it. He's throwing her under the bus. She's the one that may have committed perjury.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean,
can I just point out what a badass Phil is? Because this shit was starting to swerve right off road, dude. He jumped in like he was Maury Povich and grabbed that wheel.
Well,
shut up, bitches. This is my show.
Okay, he has spent 32 years reining in my squirrel.
Well, I do have an agenda. Here, but
and I squirrel.
The other thing is now we have the president admitting he made a mistake. How many times has that happened? Bavino?
Never.
And especially in the second, right, Max? In his second tenure, he does not admit a mistake.
He's never fucking admitted the whole birther thing. He's never actually come out and admitted the birther thing. He's never come out.
That's part of what Roy Cohn taught him, is never admit shit.
Yeah, exactly. Can I just, I just want to say one other thing though, because Phil, this is going to go with what you're saying. What I find amazing, and this is the shit, it's so funny. What I find amazing is the shit that offended me about Kristi Noem is fucking the worst thing to me. It's what got her fired. And I think secretly and subconsciously, every one of us and everybody that found this out went, oh, this bitch has got to go, is that she killed a fucking 14-month-old dog and a goat because they didn't behave. That's the moment where you go, this bitch is a psychopath.
That came out before she was even appointed, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'd never heard about it. And forgive me, that's my own illiteracy.
Well, she
She
self-confessed.
put it in her own book.
Right. You can
Yeah, I
hear
know. That's my point. She puts
Yeah.
it in her book, and
not everybody reads every book.
She
no,
called
but
it
Unlike
that's my
Aaron.
point. I was
Aaron
watching
reads
a late show and
everything.
found out about that and went, "Fuck this bitch."
Mm-hmm.
She called it a learning moment about leadership or some shit. Like she
To kill a
boasted
dog.
about it. Like,
Who
yeah,
was
like
she teaching? I mean, were her kids there and she just taught them
Yeah.
to be horrible
She shot
human beings?
She pulled the car over and took the dog down into like a gravel pit and shot it in front of like a bunch of construction
Oh
workers.
my god!
well,
Oh
she
my
did say
god!
that it was killing chickens and it was just not trainable. And she came up with all these reasons.
It didn't do what she wanted it to do on a hunt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I killed it.
So she killed it.
Right. So
Yeah,
that's
but at
and keep in
14
mind,
months,
guys, and keep in mind, no 14-month-old dog is going to immediately learn how to hunt. That's not going to happen. I don't care what breed it is.
That dog don't hunt.
Still a puppy. Yeah.
That's what Representative
no-go.
Tillis, was it Tillis that told her that you didn't do your job training this dog. You went to the nuclear option first. You didn't train the dog. You didn't spend any time. I mean, that shows it.
And
speaks
it
to her
is true
character,
that once a dog gets a taste for, if it like kills the animals on the hunt and gets a taste for it, it's almost impossible to train it out of them. But no, you don't. No, it's just wrong.
Well,
Oh shit!
What?
Did you see the big photo of the bed?
I just saw what you were busting my balls about earlier, Lisa. Stop fascism under my name. Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Well, that's good. We get a double whammy there.
You'll note we have the
Yeah.
six.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, so the war in Iran, and that's not the only story of this week. Actually, the war in Iran might be a bigger story than Kristi Noem, actually. But
I'd say the
22 minutes in, we're going on to item
Yeah.
number 2.
They killed the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei within the first 24 hours. And then they just stepped back and said, well, there you go, boys. There you go. We completely leveled the playing field now.
And I quote, did such a good job that they also killed off their chosen representatives to replace
administration
all
had
the successors they had in mind. Yeah, dead.
Yeah,
Now
all
they're
dead.
going with
Well,
his son.
and then this week they had a meeting in Iran. All of the government people, the Iranian government, had a meeting, got together in one location. Really?
Yeah.
Pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Netanyahu says whoever they put in there, they're going to kill him right away.
Yep.
Well, and John Fetterman says just keep killing them. As long as they keep putting them in there, keep killing them, keep killing them.
What
In
a
other words, keep
piece
the war
of
going.
shit he
Fetterman, man, that stroke really got him. I think he's brain dead.
I got him in the fuck ups for sure.
What a letdown he is.
Well,
but
to me, Fetterman's no better than Joe Manchin. I mean, they might as well just come out of the closet and admit that they're hardcore Republican.
Right. Well, here's
I thought you were going to say
Manchin's gone though, right? Finally.
Yeah, I think so. But here's the problem with Iran. They have not clearly asserted an objective for why they went to war. I'm going to list some of the reasons that have been thrown out there over the past week. If we don't strike first, they will attack us first. The president had a feeling Iran would be attacking us. Some are saying this is a holy war intent to bring on the rapture, the holy rollers.
Why would he want the rapture? He ain't going anywhere good.
Well,
yeah,
right. To prevent Iran from ever having a nuclear weapon. And back in June of last year, apparently we claimed to get rid of all their uranium. They shouldn't have been able to develop a weapon.
We obliterated their nuclear program.
Right. To defend our ally and regime change, which is really the dirty secret that was supposed to be the real reason, but Trump just came out and blurted it out in one of his press conferences. Oh, well, we had to get him out of there. That's not something that Republicans, Democrats, anybody traditionally in America supports regime change of another country. That is like
the average American.
antithetical to
Well, the thing is, when you look at it, Trump apparently feels, well, I did it to Venezuela, I can now do it to Iran, and oh, by the way, Cuba, you're next.
Yeah.
But is he wrong?
Cuba, we've got
Has
blockaded.
anybody tried to stop him? No, he's doing it because Congress is letting him do it.
Right. He is wrong, but they are too.
But the world is not letting him do it.
Because he owns Congress. I don't think these people actually agree with him. I think he's got shit on every single one of them.
The rest of the world is starting to build now. The tension is starting to build because now we find out that the Russians are identifying the locations of military installments for Iran. So they're involved. China is getting very nervous. You know, they've got their own situation with Taiwan, where they feel permitted maybe to go ahead and with their own invasion of Taiwan now, based on what we've done. Things are starting to ratchet up.
And also something I was reading today, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but supposedly Kim Jong-un is talking about getting involved if if Iran and the U.S. keep, quote unquote, poisoning his air.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. How are they poisoning his air?
Missiles.
Yeah.
Oh, are they anywhere near South Korea? Because I've looked at a globe.
You mean North Korea?
Okay, either Korea. I'm sorry. Are they anywhere near Korea?
Say good, but Korea bad.
I shouldn't say that because my cousin and his wife actually, I think, currently live in South Korea. They travel a lot.
Why shouldn't you say
that? Huh? Oh, no, I'm just saying I should remember South versus North. Especially since my dad went to Korea as a, in the Korean War. But yeah, I mean, how close is Iran to Korea that we're poisoning his air?
Well, I don't think it really matters.
I'm sorry. Let's go with insane leader of country.
Well, you already know he's going to the fact that he's got nukes now, that he's going to rattle his nuclear saber.
Yeah.
Just guys, because everyone else is.
What's happening is 3 dictators are banging heads right now.
Right.
Nobody knows where any of these dictators are really coming from. Mm-hmm. So that's where Mr. Kim Jong is going, now, wait a minute. You guys are poisoning my air. And what I think he means by that is you're poisoning my orbit, my stratosphere. Other dictators are going, this fight is literally happening right up the street from you. Maybe you need to say something. And this isn't the first comment he made. He also made threats against Iran that if you harm one single North Korean, I'm going to throw a nuke at you.
Mm. And
so he's excited at the prospect of a new world war. He thinks he's going to be able to rebuild what he has bigger, badder, better, and louder. But he's going to be one of the primary targets if a world war does break out. We got to get rid of him first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Him and Cincinnati.
Apparently, it doesn't matter where it is in the world because we're actually going out of our way to bomb, to attack people, or especially Iranian ships. Like, for instance, this has been underreported by state authorized media, but Pete Hegseth the other day on March 4th ordered an attack on an Iranian ship returning from a ceremonial event in Sri Lanka. There was in no position to battle. There were 86 killed in that attack. It was categorized as a war crime by Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. I don't know if that's exactly the way you pronounce that. So it doesn't really matter. There are no rules. There's no definition. The administration will not even admit it's a war. They keep calling it.
Now, the American media barely mentions the incident. Was it mentioned internationally more?
Yeah, this is shit that the international people overseas.
Which is why I don't watch American news.
Yeah.
Well,
because the BBC has reported it. The NHK has reported it. Even media outlets in China have reported it.
Right, and we've also bombed a.
We also have military action going on in Ecuador now.
Right.
Ecuador?
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
and that's troops, right?
What it seems is happening right now is all these countries are pairing off at somebody they already perceive as we don't like, because everybody is gearing up for Trump to get his way and this whole world to go to fucking war.
Well, the thing is, it's not. Well, keep in mind, Roberto, it's not just Trump getting his way. Rob, it's not just Trump getting his way. It's Netanyahu getting his way.
Right.
Word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why are we subservient to? Why are we being led? Dog, what do they call that? Dog walked by Benjamin Netanyahu here. I mean,
Because
there's
they're
still
going to
no
build
clear.
Trump towers on the fucking Gaza Strip.
That's exactly. It's money. It's money in Trump's pocket.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Money, and it's putting his fucking name on things.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's ego.
The other
Both
underreported.
Netanyahu and Trump, because we've known for years that Netanyahu is nothing more than a damn warmonger.
Right.
We've known that ever since he's taken over as the prime minister of Israel.
And
Yeah, we've known that for 30, 40 years now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And let's be real. America, up until recently, was considered somewhat of a policing agency for the world.
Well, you can thank the UN for that.
Which I hate.
Because every time the UN gets in a skirmish, once again, who's those two letters they call? Us.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And now that's not happening anymore, and the rest of the world's going to heck in a handbasket.
Now, there's conflicting reports of how many American soldiers have died so far. It ranges anywhere from 6 to 8 that we talk about to thousands that, or that foreign interests talk about. I don't think necessarily it's that high, but I don't necessarily believe our numbers either. But here's some statistics that I pulled since last Saturday: 1,800 deaths in the war overall, 180 children killed in the region, 168 of them in an attack on a school and
a girls' school.
Yeah,
predominantly female.
And but that's not the only attack that has happened on civilian targets. We've attacked 174 Iranian cities since last Saturday. Iran has claimed attacks on 20 U.S. military installations in Kuwait, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates. So it's a war. You can't listen to what they're saying about it. Trying to deny the fact that it's a war and say it's a police action or whatever you want to call it. It's a war.
Yep. And keep in mind also those places you mentioned, they're now saying that they do not want the U.S. operating militarily out of their countries.
Yeah. We're not welcome there.
No.
Yeah.
Spain said you can't use our airports and military bases, and Trump said we'll try to fucking stop us.
Yeah,
because Qatar, they done said they don't want the U.S. operating militarily out of their country. Bahrain today just said the same damn thing. Greenland doesn't want the U.S. operating militarily out of there either.
Right. So, so the Epstein files, if you are to believe that this is in part a diversion from the Epstein files, ironically, some of the darkest shit that was previously redacted has come out in the last few days based on an interview with a victim that the FBI interviewed 4 times in 2019 regarding an incident that took place in the 80s when the victim was 13 years old. The details of which are pretty disgusting, but suffice it to say, Trump tried to get the victim to perform oral sex on him, and she violently reacted, and he slapped her.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Now that's what I plan to do. If ever given the opportunity, I would do it in a hot minute.
She tried to neuter
and I will. Okay.
He
I will
he-
finish the
hit
job.
her in the face,
I have
and then it turns
I
out
have good
Epstein has
teeth,
his own
baby.
dentist to take their teeth out.
Ooh.
Right. So whether or not
And to me, that sounds like she must have had baby teeth.
if you're a conspiracy theorist and think that the war was not staged, but started in order to divert attention, it couldn't have come at a more suspicious time than when these reports are coming out.
I would say more opportune.
Yeah, that's another way to look at it. You're right, Will.
The more shit that comes out in the files that names Trump, the more globally aggressive he gets.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's proven it.
Yep.
And not only that, but there's also the talk of Trump trying to divert from the midterm elections.
Yeah,
right.
Which is
right.
another reason why he started this war.
Yeah, the SAVE Act.
Right.
Right.
I heard a new opinion on the SAVE Act that I found pretty interesting. And part of the problem with the SAVE Act, or part of their strategy, is that women who get married have to, if they won't have the same name on their birth certificate, so to register.
Yeah, they can't vote.
Right.
They're
Now,
considered
there are certain
disqualified.
documents they can use their marriage certificate or their passport, but the problem with that is it's really what it comes down to. It's a poll tax because it is making us pay to vote.
Right. So
and the thing is,
I went and got my passport because I wanted a passport. Okay, so I'm not going to, join a lawsuit on that, but it is a tax. And
the other thing is too, Lisa, is the fact that the Trump administration is trying to make voting a privilege when it's actually protected by the 24th Amendment.
Right.
Yes,
it's required that Americans vote.
We famously know that Trump doesn't give up about the Constitution, and if he could pull it out of its little case and take a dump on it, just like he took a dump on America after the No Kings rallies, he would.
Well, I've been saying for the longest time that all Trump's doing is just wiping his ass with the Constitution.
Well, here's just to wrap up the Epstein file thing. So Pam Bodney's getting subpoenaed to come back into court or before Congress next week.
Why did they bother to do that?
The cover up of the Epstein files. So hopefully some shit will come out of that. But the thing is, it's high stakes for her. When you saw what happened to Kristi Noem, this could be the end of Pam Bondi. She could get tripped up on some shit.
Actually, that would be for anybody that goes in front of Congress now, and that includes Kash Patel.
Well, anybody that's following him is just standing in the bus line waiting to get thrown under the next one.
Basically. Yeah, they're basically standing in front of
He's trying to cushion the sidewalk with bodies so he can land on them because he knows he's going under that fucking bus too.
Yeah.
That goes all the way down to the individual that works at a hardware store or whoever that has voted for him. Everybody is going to get thrown under the bus. It's not, starting.
Well, he famously already threw the farmers under the bus.
Right. All right. Man, it's been pretty lively here. I know you guys usually go 40 minutes, but we usually go about 20 minutes longer. So let's see if we can. Let's see what I got here.
Where are we at next?
Oh, don't worry, we're not that old. We still got some gas in the tank.
No shit. Let's roll, baby.
It's not daylight saving time yet.
Oh, immigration.
You're on the immigration front. Remember Kilmore, Abrego, Garcia.
Who could forget?
Well, they're suing the government now, and he's in his lawsuit. He's claiming that he was tortured when he was at CCOT. Had to kneel on his knees for 9 hours at a time. Lights never go out. They get beat if they ever fall over or succumb to their fatigue. Things that we kind of knew was going on there, he's confirmed. So,
and apparently the administration kind of thought he'd never come back.
Right.
So.
They thought they wouldn't have to worry about that because he was gone.
That's how fucking stupid Trump is, though. He thinks he can just run around, burn everybody, and nobody's going to respond to it. And everybody is responding. Yet his retarded orange paint is keeping his brain from functioning at even that of a mentally inept 5-year-old. He is so fucking stupid. It's an offense to stupid people. Oh, everybody's been coming out against me, but let me keep burning people because I'm the president. I can do whatever I want. I am waiting for one of these people who are threatening to cap him just to fucking do it already.
Yeah. Right. Just kind of bulldoze your way, bully your way through, lie, deny, rinse, repeat. Start up a new.
I'm gonna get a third term. I still completely support us making it legal for a president to get a third term. And let Trump run, and then let Obama run against him and beat the fucking bricks off that fool. Let's do that.
Hey, I would never swipe. Which swipe is it that turns you all out? I would never swipe left or whatever swipe it is. I'd do the good one on you.
Well, and
yeah,
Obama, just to reinforce what you're saying, Rob, Obama spoke at Jesse Jackson's funeral this week very eloquently, comparing the life's work of Jackson versus the president. He did it in a very respectful way. He wasn't as a president, he showed decorum. And he was reasonable, and it was a very good speech befitting Jesse Jackson.
And okay, he deported a bunch of people. He probably had people murdered. He probably did everything that the Republicans are doing, but he did it with class. So,
right.
And what pissed me off today?
So that just happened.
Something that pissed me off today, just on a side note, is Trump actually now trying to compare himself to JFK.
Oh, for God's sake!
Well, yeah, he's kind of already did that with the damn.
I'd love to see the same ending. Let's do it. Right. I support whatever it takes to get him smoked. I'm on board.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, he's kind of already did that with the Kennedy Center, really.
But then the other side, okay.
Yeah, but because of the fact that he said that Iran's threatened to assassinate him, that's what prompted him to compare himself to JFK. I'm sorry. There is no comparison.
Yeah,
JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, was for the American people. Trump
he was
is
a war hero.
for the 1%.
Trump is for Trump.
That's it's it.
No,
that's that.
He's for Trump.
Can
he's for Trump and anybody who can buy him.
Can I just throw in here a little bit of something though? Here's the thing, Rob, brother, and I know you don't really feel that way, because in the truth of the matter is, and this is the part that I don't know how to fix this, but we got to fucking start the conversation somewhere, is the whole mentality of, if you don't agree with me, there deserves to be a bullet that has your name carved in the side of it. We got to fucking figure out how to stop this. We're already a fucking gun society anyway. And when do we figure out, what, and I quote this to Republicans because Ronaldus Magnus is always the fucking god of Republican, politics that they always throw back to. And one of the things that Ronald Reagan was really good at was inviting Tip O'Neill into the fucking Oval Office. And one of the things that he said, and they both said that is so true, is it used to be, first of all, as Americans, we have a lot more in common than we don't have in common with each other. But this fucking rhetoric of, if you don't believe the way I do, then it's a mercy for you to fucking die. Somehow we've got to get back to when, Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill, what they both knew was that when you debate something that affects us all as a nation, then at some point, the way that things work is that everybody leaves the room and feels like they got something accomplished as well. And both Tip O'Neill and Ronald Reagan were really fucking good at that. And I'm not trying to just be the pussy ass fucking liberal that's sitting in the corner, going, whoa, but what I am saying is that at some point, how do we fix this? How do we get it to the point? Because murder's not the answer.
Right.
It never has been.
Well, they talked about Charlie Kirk. And it's like that wasn't the way I felt when Charlie Kirk. They were trying to say, well, people were happy that Charlie Kirk. What happened to
No,
Charlie
I
Kirk? It's like
wasn't.
I
I'm
wasn't
from
happy
Utah.
about that. Yeah,
I'm fucking
Right.
embarrassed by what happened
right.
to Charlie Kirk in my home state, and I couldn't disagree with him more vehemently, but that's not the way to disagree with him. And the guy that fucking did that wasn't a liberal; he was a fucking kook. He was a nut job that thought the only way to fucking solve the problem was to take someone's life.
Well, and he
And
just
as
advanced the
Americans,
problem.
we got to figure out a way, and I don't know what the answer is, Rob. I'm certainly not criticizing. You know, I love you, brother. And all my point is how the fuck do we get back to the mentality of how do we fix this without fucking carving somebody's name on the side of a bullet?
Okay, so I don't think you're saying what I'm hearing you say, because I'm not saying I want Trump to eat a fucking bullet
No, I
because
know
he
that.
disagrees with me. I want Trump to die for the atrocities he has committed his whole life. I don't give a fuck if you sexually abuse children. A
Yes.
bullet needs to absolutely be in your immediate future.
Yes.
Trump not only is a fucking pedophile,
Yes.
he's a rapist, he's a thief, he's a cyber criminal, he's a financial criminal. He is barred from ever doing any kind of business in New York City for life. I want to see Trump die from an assassin's bullet because, god damn it, that's fucking justice. You think that Trump doesn't have no bodies on him? Trump's got bodies on him.
Absolutely. I'm just saying that all I'm saying is, to me, that's just, to me, the part of that scares me is I hate violence. And the part about it that I think that our nation, I think Trump should be punished? Fucking absolutely. To every extent of the law that the law would dish out, because that's how the American system works. We have a justice system, a Napoleonic justice system that's designed to fucking put the criminal away. And if that means the death penalty, then so be it. But all I'm saying is, at some point, I think as a nation, we have got to fucking, because if not, we're just going to continue. That is the rhetoric that leads us to World War III. That is the rhetoric that takes us down a path of a shitload more dead bodies. And I hate to see that. I don't like Americans dying. And yes, Donald Trump is a fucking piece of shit. We all can agree on that, but
but here's the other thing to keep in mind too, guys. Even if say it was an American citizen that finally does succeed in taking out Trump, now that is the perfect excuse to get the military involved and invoke martial law.
Yeah,
that's something else we got to look at too, guys.
You can't lose. He's the head of MAGA, but if you cut the head off MAGA, there's still it's not going to go away. You're
basically fighting the Hydra,
right? Yeah, but I mean, I kind of lean in Rob's direction, mostly because I was raised by a man who thought that it was that the best way to treat convicted criminals was to give them to the families of their victims.
All right, are we going to do a?
I like it.
Are we going to do a fuck ups of the fortnight?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Barely have enough
I thought we were doing that now.
It's kind of been the whole show, but we got
these are less.
All right, there's our.
Oh my God, that's terrible! I got to make you a new video for that. My bad.
You know it, Rob. Goddamn it, you're a video king, brother.
Yeah, I made that video, and that was ugly. I'm not proud of that at all. I'll make you a better one.
All right. So here we go. Kristi Noem trusting Donald Trump to back up her ad campaign versus MAGA trusting Trump to avoid foreign entanglements. Lisa.
Kristi's gone. The bitch is gone. MAGA.
Okay.
Mhm.
What about you, Max?
So I'm sorry. Explain the question again.
Which is worse here? Bigger fuck up. Kristi Noem trusting Donald Trump to back up her ad campaign versus MAGA trusting Trump to avoid foreign entanglements.
The funny part about this is if Donald Trump has betrayed every ally he's ever had, and the biggest one is fucking Green. He had Marjorie Taylor Greene was there could not be a more vehement, profound fucking Donald Trump supporter than her. And she's not only in it, she's not only left the MAGA heads, she's fucking left the business because she was so profoundly disappointed in Donald Trump. Donald Trump is like the worst wrestling promotion ever. He just embraces whatever feels good at the moment without no consideration for anybody else in the fucking pathway of his wake. And that part,
no psychology.
So you're saying that
no psychology.
MAGA trusting Trump and that sort of is what Lisa said also.
The funny part is how do you say MAGA without fucking spelling it with a T? Because MAGA was created by this fucking guy, and he's the exact guy that said, I could go out on Madison Avenue on Fifth Avenue and fucking shoot somebody, and fucking I'd still be elected tomorrow. Well, that's exactly the way he thinks. He doesn't give a fuck about it.
In my opinion, that's what happened.
Right. Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck about MAGA. He doesn't. He never has. All he cares about is that they help him fill his agenda. And quite frankly, Rob was talking about this earlier as well.
Talk, Max.
What?
Answer the question. We're almost out of time, brother.
Okay. It's all he cares about is fucking money.
All right. I think Max is saying MAGA. So what about you, Will?
I got to go with MAGA also.
Okay.
But because keep in mind, the only thing he did by creating this shield of the Americas, all he did was just get Kristi Noem out of the line of fire.
Right. Mm-hmm. What about you, Aaron? You with us still?
You're on mute if you're here, buddy.
All right, Rob, what do you think? MAGA?
MAGA.
MAGA. Okay. So MAGA moves on.
Okay, question 2. Just so you can vote, baby. Pete Hegseth ordering an attack on an unarmed Iranian ship engaged in a return from Sri Lanka versus DHS Secretary nominee Mark Wayne Mullen calling Iran a war during a press conference and then denying it was a war seconds afterwards.
Okay.
What was it? Calling it Pete Hegseth attacking ship or
well, who do you want to answer?
You.
I'm going to go with Mark Mullen because I heard that all week long. All these assholes, Lindsey Graham going on saying, "Oh, it's not a war. It's not. It is a war. It's not a war. It is a war. It's not a war. It's a fucking war." It's like they're trying to justify why they didn't go before Congress to have Congress.
I will say that I lean in that direction because less people died during the Iranian ship engagement, which is also part of the war.
All right, so that's 2. What about
Will?
I got to go with Miller also, or Millen. I got to go with that also.
Okay.
Max?
You're unanimous with me.
Okay.
Right now.
Rob?
I should be going with you guys because the theme is fuck ups, right? And they were fucking up by tripping over their language. But I'm going with Hegseth because people fucking died from that maniac.
Right. Well, yeah, and we often have a I guess pity vote.
Yeah. Well, that's respect
we
for
give
that.
a respectful vote to the other side, even when
Trump killing Iranian figures he had elected to rule Iran moving forward versus Noem's confession that she shot her dog Cricket.
I'm going to go with Iranian figures he elected to rule, that he had chosen to rule Iran moving forward, because I knew about Cricket for forever, so that's not a fortnight.
All right. What about you, Max?
Mm-hmm.
You know how I feel about the dog, so I'm going to stick with the fucking dog.
Okay, so that's 1-1. What about you, Roberto?
I'm with Lisa because Trump's too fucking stupid to pick his nose, much less a leader.
Will?
I got to go with Trump because he's up here saying how he's going to decide who rules Iran, but yet everyone that you wanted to rule is gone. You've eliminated them all.
Yeah. Okay, so Trump.
Well, they might have to put a woman in charge.
All right. So, in the sake or in the interest of expediency, I'm not even going to vote. But Trump killing Iranians, potential leaders, moves on versus
Howard Lutnick appearing in Epstein Island photo after insisting he had nothing to do with it, with Epstein versus John Fetterman's solution to new Iranian leaders: just keep killing them.
The first one is my favorite so far. I love it. I
gotta go with Fetterman, even though I kind of agree with him, but I gotta go with Fetterman. I didn't say that. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I gotta go with Fetterman also because again, you know, he's to me he's a dino, Democrat in name only.
All right, I'm gonna agree with you as well. I'm gonna go with Fetterman. So Fetterman moves on, actually. But Rob, what would you have said?
No, I when that photo came out showing him on the island, that was the happiest I had been in months. That's my favorite moment in recent political history. I've never been to his island. Really? There you are. Oh, shit.
With your wife and kids, right?
I took my family there like it was a fucking trip to Disneyland.
Yeah, I don't think enough shade is thrown at him for taking his family to rape the island.
My kids were getting molested in the background. You can't see it, but it was happening.
Yeah,
I mean, that never happened. My kids never got touched.
David Copperfield. I got an autograph after. But
pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. All right. So,
the man in front of the curtain.
We got
3
minutes here.
Max, who did you say, Fetterman or Lutnick?
Oh man, that's a tough one, but I'm going to go with Lutnick too.
All right. So Lutnick gets 2 votes, but Fetterman moves on. All right, here we go. Round 2. Trump betraying MAGA versus Mark Wayne Millen.
Calling it a war and taking it back.
Yeah. I'm going to say Trump betraying MAGA because that's the overarching theme of his entire presidency. Rob?
Anything involving Trump is the fuck up of the week for me.
Okay.
Anything.
Max?
I'm going to go with the Trump shit too.
Okay. So Trump moves on, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Trump definitely.
Okay.
No. I'm going to throw a little something to Mark Wayne because I assume he's going to be entertaining us in his erroneous statements from here on out.
All right, here we go. Trump killing Iranian leaders that potentially could take over versus John Fetterman.
Oh, Iranian leaders.
Okay. I'm going to say Iranian leaders too.
Yep.
Okay.
He's so goddamn stupid.
All right. Max, what do you got? Iranian leaders?
You're going to have problems here, Rob. Is it Trump versus Trump?
We got a minute.
You know, the fucking... The
Iranian leaders versus...
Trump killing Iranian...
killing leaders only fucking provokes...
Betraying MAGA versus Iranian leaders.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, killing the leaders is only going to fill the fucking leaders with more of the exact same thing. It's stupid beyond reproach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just like what happened with Gaddafi. He doesn't have a fucking backup plan. So yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I gotta go with that too.
So here we go for the championship. It's both are Trump. Trump killing Iranian leaders versus Trump betraying MAGA.
I thought that was what we just voted on.
No.
And everybody, okay.
Was it?
Yeah.
Iran.
We'd already got
Iran.
Well,
Iran.
Okay, here we go.
I'm going to throw a vote to MAGA betrayal.
All right.
Because that is why he's in Iran.
Let me see if I can close this out. It's been a pleasure. It's a very lively discussion. Yep. And maybe we'll reconvene in a fortnight, huh?
All